Um, Affirmation for the day. Nothing can oppose my good. And that affirmation is kind of like the theme of, and I want to say the year. I want to say that we've been in this thread of seeing opposition to anything that is positive and good for you, your family, the economy, uh, your friends, and literally life in general. We know that we are in a spiritual war. And, well, most of us know. Some of us still haven't quite figured that out yet. But, um, and it's being reflected from, the most basic relationship all the way through to, to our relations with other countries. There's a lot of tension out there. And I think nothing can oppose my good is a really good one to say on a daily basis. Maybe say this one when you're going to sleep at night, when you're getting ready to, shut your eyes. Just repeat that several times, um, or more, whenever you think about it during the day. Write it on your arm. Carry a piece of paper with you to remind you. Because there are so many forces that are destructive, chaotic. Um, they just have these energies, they just have the worst intentions. They do not want things to go in a positive direction. And they're working very hard to um, make sure that things don't go in a positive direction, that it is all chaos and it is just a mess. It is just everything's a mess. And they are a formidable uh, opponent. they're creating a lot of chaos out there. And if you're not careful, if you're not paying attention, you could become one of them very easily. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears peeled, and continue to say, nothing can oppose my good. And anything that you are working on right now, it doesn't matter what the project is, just stay focused. And seriously, you want to get into like stealth mode right now. Stealth mode is kind of hard to explain. I've never really experienced stealth mode until this last year. I've always had very good focus, and I've always known pretty much what I, wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And um, I've never had a problem with focus, but this last year, my focus has become superhuman, I think. My desire for a certain outcome in life for myself, for people around me, for the world, those types of things have expanded, I think, and they've become really, really on point and very powerful. And it's kind of like nothing and no one will stand in my way, which is close to nothing can oppose my good. So either one will work. Nothing can oppose my good is better because, um, but they're both pretty much the same. The self-care card for the day. I don't know that I have to cover up this woman's cleavage because it's not technically nudity, but it's priorities. Get your priorities straight. When you know what's important, saying no gets much easier. And I think that uh, that has been a huge part of stealth focus. Um, when you have stealth focus, you know what you want to accomplish, you know what you want to do, and you put every single thing outside of that focus of that one thing or two things, one thing at a time. You can have five things, but you got to focus on one thing at a time. Get that thing done, then focus on another thing, get that thing done, so on and so forth. And before you know it, you've gotten everything done and you are kicking butt and taking names. So, um, yeah, knowing what's important to you, knowing what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, knowing what you need to get done, that is what you need to do. You need to put that as your main focus. And you need to allow nothing and no one to interfere with that. The angel message for the day is heart and soul. When making your decision, listen to your heart and soul. Sometimes the mind can misguide. Choose through love. So there's obviously some kind of a decision coming up here, possibly today, that somebody that's going to be watching this, needs to make. And this is basically telling you to listen to your instincts, listen to your heart. Don't let your mind, sometimes the universe will test us. Sometimes we will be presented with something and we have to use our intuition or our intellect. Hopefully, a little bit of both would be good, but sometimes the intellect doesn't work. Sometimes using your mind is a tool. And a lot of people just let their mind run rampant. And I know this because I've been doing that lately. I don't know if it's Mercury retrograde or Mars and Leo. I don't know. But man, my brain has been churning out some just random stuff that really really doesn't have any bearing on anything. So it can happen. The word of the day is destiny. There is no word. But the blank card means that something about this day is related to your life path or your destiny. So, notice, at the end of the day, just kind of take a look, and see if there was something, especially if you're seeking your destiny, if you are looking for that, that thread, that connection. Um, a lot of times you know your destiny, but you don't know the details. And that could be what's going on with the destiny card. You could get a glimpse of a detail today, over the next couple days. The energy for me has been pretty much the same. Not a whole lot of change. I do think things are a little more intense, maybe a little more optimistic. But I think as December goes along, we're going to get more and more and more intense. Uh, there's an intensity that's happening. I think probably December and January actually are going to be quite intense energy wise. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself, you're eating right, you're, doing your workouts, you are not eating any processed food. You guys stay away from the processed food. It's not good. Make sure you're filtering your water. Make sure, just be really cautious of the things that you are taking into your body. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of things like don't eat, listeria thing or this thing or that thing. I typically, if I know that there's going to be a problem with some particular type of food, I will do a post on it and put it under spiritual insights. Right now, we are still on milk and I believe hamburger. Hamburger is something to stay away from. Ground meat, period, is something that you want to kind of avoid right now. And milk products. So that would be cheese, cream cheese, sour cream, yogurts, all of that kind of stuff. If you have a local dairy, you might be okay with your local dairy. But yeah, those are kind of the things that have been a theme this year, primarily. So be careful. And no preservatives. I'm not joking. No preservatives. There is no control over preservatives, and there's some crazy stuff going on. So try and eat, whole foods. Eat like, broccoli and meat or something along those lines. Maybe, I don't know, rice or a potato or something. Don't go for, and cook at home. Do your own cooking. Financially, that is the best way to do it right now. And and health wise, nutrition wise, cooking at home is the better way to go. So the read today is, I've looked at some of it, kind of gone through it, and it is very similar to the same thread that we've been going on, in the past. It's basically somebody, or rather many people. I'm going to put a thing on collective reading in the description so I don't have to say it all the time. I'll do that on this video, and then that way I don't have to explain it. But this is not a personal reading. This is a collective reading, and it can encompass many, many people. It is, I am picking up on an energy, and that energy could have hundreds of thousands of people in it. So use discernment. Don't get lost in, even if it's very accurate to your system, to your situation, that just means that you're in that energy. You are one of the hundreds of thousands of people that are experiencing that situation. But there's many people who are going through it at the same time. So this is about somebody who is very worried. They're having sleepless nights. They are possibly having some depression. They're struggling mentally, emotionally. Mentally mostly, but when you're struggling mentally, your emotions are kind of haywire too. And there's a lot of work, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of stress, a lot of overload, a lot of struggles. And I would venture to say that's happening to a lot of people, a whole lot of people, as you all know. And I don't know that right now anybody's immune to that. I'm sure there's some rich elites that are, immune, maybe. But anyway, so it's about being tired. It's about overworking. It's about um, the burdens being rather high right now. You know, it's a lot of people are um, financially strapped. They're having difficult times with money. Um, a lot of people are getting second jobs, so they're working, you know, a 40-hour a week job, and then they turn around and they go Uber, or they, you know, deliver pizzas or whatever their side gig is. And they're spending a great deal of time working, uh, which over a period of time, I mean, if you do it because you want to and there's a goal in mind, that's one thing. But this is more circumstantial. These people don't have a goal in mind other than living life and, you know, enjoying it, and they're being burdened by the circumstances that they're finding themselves in. Um, and the challenge that they're having is that they really want to lash out and um, attack. They are at their wits' end. They're tired. They are stressed. They're worried. They're confused. They're pissed because honestly, the treatment of the average person in this world these days is becoming a little suspect, right? So this person or these people that I'm seeing, I'm probably going to say this person just because that's kind of the way the energy is coming through, but basically there's a lot of there's a lot of responsibility on people's plates these days. And this person or these people are feeling that responsibility. And they do want to, they want to really lash out. They are, uh, you know, this card is defending something. It came up in the reverse. So they know, but this is a challenge. So people are having a hard time not speaking up and saying enough is enough. What in the hell are you doing? You know, that type of thing. Um, so, and then there's this thing in the past around this person that I believe is a person, and it is something about a lack of commitment to something. And I kind of get the feeling, I kind of get the feeling about this entire reading that this is not, I think this is a financial type situation. I think it is a business type situation. It's not a personal relationship. It's not a, um, you know, parent-child relationship, siblings, none of that. It's not relationship oriented. This is um, bigger than that. And in the past, there was a lack of commitment, and I kind of dug in to see um, what the lack of commitment could be. Uh, there is a keyword on this card, and I'm thinking that the lack of commitment is that we've seen a severe lack of commitment to making things better. Um, and I think that is both on a personal level and on a country level, world level. Um, we have seen a serious lack of commitment to addressing problems and um, fixing things like I've never seen before. Like I've never seen before. And it literally, it is, from the clerk at the grocery store to the government or to leaders, world leaders, there's things going on, and there's just a real serious lack of giving a damn about anybody or anything other than selfish gains and greed. And there's no, you can't say, well, it's just, this particular sector. It's everybody. It's everybody and everything. There used to be a thing called customer service. That doesn't exist anymore. Now it's all about you put up with whatever they feel like throwing at you, and you take it and you chew on it. Because if you don't, if you complain, if you expect to, get treated with respect for spending your money somewhere, forget it. Forget it. That is no longer a thing. And that, I think, is, I think that's possibly the beginnings of a new system that people don't want. That's heading in a very, very bad direction. And everything literally runs on money. Countries are running a business. Businesses are running businesses. And the human, the collective is paying for it. And we're not, if you are not getting what you're paying for, should you continue to pay for it? So, like, I have changed many things in my life. Stores that I frequented for many, many years, I no longer frequent. Companies that I've done business with for many, many years, there's many of them I don't do business with them anymore. Those types of things, because I do still believe that the power lies in the person spending the money. And if you have, millions of people spending money in one particular place, or, with one particular company, sometimes that the balance gets out of whack. There used to be a thing too, that's kind of another thing. There used to be a thing about monopolies. You couldn't have a monopoly. But now it seems like we have monopolies all over the place. And nobody's complaining about it. Nobody's saying anything. Well, I personally won't play that game. I'm not going to play that game. So, we people, humans, the collective, we possess an ability to sway things the way we want to sway them. How we want to sway them. The intent that is, in the air is unhappiness. There is an energy that does not want people to be happy. This energy wants people to be, they want people to be disheartened. They want people to be unhappy. They want all kinds of things. They want things. Anyway, yeah, balance. So They do not want a sense of balance, of inner calm, of patience, of purpose. They want um, recovery, forgiveness, moving on, optimism. So this is actually, I was looking for clarity on this spot because the intention is what this energy intends for whoever they're focusing on or whatever they're focusing on. And it came up as the sun in reverse, which is unhappiness. So they're trying to remove a sense of tranquility, sense of they don't want people to be at peace. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. Tranquility and peace. This energy wants chaos. It wants destruction. It wants um, heartbreak. It wants, it doesn't want healing. It doesn't want healthy. It is sweeping across and trying to destroy anything and everything that it comes into contact with that could be positive in the future. Now, yesterday we were looking at it in terms of, I think it was maybe a male, or I don't know, maybe it wasn't. But it was saying basically the same thing. The same theme was present. This is a little bit different. It's a little bit more um, specific than yesterday. But it might be just the way I was viewing it, because I was viewing it initially as a very small group. I'm still kind of viewing it as a small group, but I actually think that this whole entire week has been about a larger portion of the collective than maybe I realize. So anyway, the subconscious um, of this is that there will be no change. Whatever this energy is and this force is, they don't want they don't want healing. They don't want, they want stress, stagnation, restlessness. They want an inability to make a decision, um, impulsiveness. Um, yeah, they want a lot of this energy that people are trying to hang on to. People have had. I mean, these are energies that we've had, my whole life. Love, compassion, caring, um, being healthy, being happy, enjoying life, uh, all those wonderful things that make us want to live. That's the energy that energy is trying to destroy, which is a lot of people's reason for living. And a lot of people, I notice a lot of people don't, they don't act the way they used to. Like less and less people go out. They're more hidden. They don't. Um, they're not smiling. Like if you go to the store, there's very few people will actually look you in the face and smile or greet you. It's very yeah. Like I can I can go to the store I can go find what I need. I can go to the checkout, and the only person that I will talk to or have any kind of dialogue with through that entire thing is the checkout person. And it didn't used to be that way. When I was younger, oh my God, I mean, when I was younger, everybody talked to everybody. Everybody was like joking and everybody was having fun, especially when you went to the grocery store. You're standing in line waiting for, your turn to check out, and you're talking to the person who's standing beside you, or the person, you're interacting with these people. That doesn't happen anymore. That kind of interaction, healthy, fun interaction, does not happen anymore. Now people are sullen. They're not interacting with people. They're not. They're either on their phones or they're just. Yeah, I'm short, so people are always kind of like looking over my head. But it's that energy. There is an energy that is creating that uh, in our daily lives, and it's becoming very, very strong. Now, for the future, I got an impatience. There is something that is very, very impatient. And when I asked about it, it was the clarifying card was feelings. Um, this is Cancer. Cancer ruled card. So it's, you know, retreat, acceptance, awareness, withdrawal, connection, motivation, optimism, positive focus. There's like, um, there's an impatience. I'm gonna say that is an impatience of kind of getting back to the way things used to be. I don't think we're ever going back to the way things used to be. But I think uh, people are reserved. They're closed off, and I think they don't want to be. A lot of people are feeling very isolated. A lot of people are feeling very alone. A lot of people are feeling, this depression and this, and they really want to speak out and they really want to voice their opinion, but they're feeling like they can't. They can't, or they don't want to at this point. And it's going to become more and more, um, more and more, more and more. The what to do category is um, teamwork and planning, Three of Pentacles. So this is, and like I said, I think a lot of this is about business. I think I said that. I think this is about business. Um, Business could be many things, but I think the basis of this read is business. And the teamwork and planning, there's a lot of, so that this is what Spirit is saying needs to happen. Spirit's saying that there needs to be teamwork and planning. And the reason there needs to be teamwork and planning is because of a domineering, controlling, rigid, lack of discipline, chaos, anger, abuse, power, so on and so forth. So it's almost like there's something coming. I hate to predict things, and I don't think I will. Um, in this case, but there's something there's something on the horizon. And I'm thinking about Mars in um, Leo going retrograde. Um, yeah, this is the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse is it's authority, but it's bad authority. It's like it's a leader who has turned bad, a leader who um, is not taking care of his responsibilities, or he is misusing his power. That is who the emperor is. In the environment, well, the emperor is a leader, a tribal leader. There's some saying that one of the another YouTuber uses that I think is really cute, but I can't remember how she says it. Anyway, um, a tribal leader. Oh God. Anyway, I'll have to find out. Um, yeah. So the emperor in the upright position is somebody who is very moral, who has values, who knows what to do, when to do it. They're very calculated. They're a little on the quiet side, or a lot on the quiet side. Actually, they have a tendency to be a little more stoic, not too chit chatty, that kind of thing. And they they're good leaders. They know how to bring everybody together and how to make everything and everybody happy. And this is we don't have this. This is showing the emperor. When I asked for clarity to teamwork and planning, we need to, as people, people in our families, people in our communities, people in our states, people, we need to plan. We need to we need teamwork and we need planning, and we need to do that because when I asked for clarity, the clarity is because of this bad energy that is causing issues um, in the what do you call it, the environment area. um, there is it's talking about contemplation. I would say rest, um, but I think it's a little bit more like contemplation. It's actually the Four of Swords, and if you look at this guy, he's laying down. He's got his hands like this. It does have a churchy type reference, and it can be the funeral card, but I don't see it as the funeral card in this reading. It's more about contemplation. And when I asked for clarification, it was the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is a very rational, direct, independent um, person. She doesn't mince words. She's extremely in your face when it comes to saying what needs to be said. Um, she is clear. She will tell you the truth in pretty much all circumstances. I've got a phone call thing. It's really annoying me. Anyway, clarity, truth, justice. She's very much in justice mode. And she is in the perceptive, rational. She's also very complex, may not be easily understood. Um, that's the environment. The hopes and fears is not a good financial partnership. So, um, hopes and fears, not a good financial partnership. And this is about karma for the most part. Um, it's justice, fairness, balance, truth, consequences, honesty, clarity, decisions, cause and effect, which in essence is karma. When you abuse your power or treat people unfairly or incorrectly, um, you run the risk of karma. You actually are creating karma. You're building it. You're making it like you were, making donuts at 4 o'clock in the morning. Um, you, when you are fair and just and kind and compassionate and, all of those very gentle things, very understanding things, then the opposite happens. And I think a really, there is no set. I don't think there's a set rule for karma. I think spiritually, the spiritual beings, they look at it and they say, that's worth 20 lashes or whatever. But I do, in my own personal life, I look at it as a tenfold law. Whether that's accurate or not, I have absolutely no idea, but it really doesn't matter. I figure what I put out is coming back to me tenfold. Now, does that mean that you are overly nice to people all the time? No. As a matter of fact, you have to be really careful. Does that mean that you just give the shirt off your back to somebody that you don't even know? No, that doesn't mean that either. Boundaries are still important. Knowing how to discern between good and bad and all of those types of things are very important. And you need to do that. But just keep in the back of your mind that karma does exist. Karma is real. If I remember, I'll put a video that I did about karma being real in the end screen. And then the outcome of this situation is wishes and desires, contemplating what we would like to see, what we'd like to manifest. Could be manifesting. It could be, but it's kind of like, it's a picture of a guy who has grown this beautiful garden, and he is, he's put in the work, he's put in the burden, the stress and the toil and the labor, and he's actually picked one of the pentacles, and there's 6 more of them on the bush or the vine. So he is, contemplating his harvest, and what he has sown, what he has grown. But the reality is that we will have bad relationships, disconnection, divorce, broken homes, shattered dreams, neglect, and disharmony. So the trajectory, the path that we are on is not good, not positive. This energy is taking over. It's creating a lot of problems, a lot of problems for a lot of people. And we don't want to have those problems. So back to what to do. Teamwork and planning is the message from my guides to you today. There is a growing energy of destruction. And it's causing a lot of problems, and we need to get together and figure out how we're going to combat that. And we need to do it on a level that is personal first. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't control yourself, and you can't focus, then you can't lead other people. If you don't want to lead, that's okay, because there are other people who do want to lead. But you still need to have to fight the fight, to be in the game, and to create the desires, the wishes and desires that you have. You're going to have to jump in the game. You're going to have to grab a sword and get in the fight, basically. And teamwork and planning is the way you do that. You decide how you're going to, you as an individual are going to, combat those energies when they come up. And they could come up anywhere. They can come up. They can come up in your personal relationships. They can come up in your work. They can come up anywhere, literally. But they're very, very real. People are seeing it. You can tell by the way people stay closed off. There's not a whole lot of interaction anymore. People are staying quiet and kind of backing down from pretty much everything. But 90% of this is financial, just so you know. Yes, it is a spiritual war. Yes, there's a lot of issues, but this right here, what I am talking about, is on a financial level. It's on a business level, and we need to prepare. Teamwork, planning, preparation, because financially, things are not looking too good for a lot of people. A lot of people. So cutting back, not spending, getting rid of things that you don't need. Don't sit around and wait for a miracle to happen before you cut your expenses or make plans to do something different. Food preparation might be a good idea. If you don't know how to grow food, I would definitely learn how to. That could be a positive thing. Just use common sense in your day to day. No alarm bells or no, nothing like that. But there's definitely an impatience. People want to get back to the way things were. They want things financially to be better. But I'm not really seeing that that is something that is going to happen in the very near future. I think probably people need to get together, make some plans, and I was going to do that. And, get their priorities in order, maybe. And learn some skills, definitely, because seems like a lot of us are on our own. Okay, so um, the runes for today, 33. Master number, high spiritual significance, spiritual awakening, enlightenment, illumination, karma, guidance, support, new beginning, soul mission, and spiritual growth. Love, compassion, yeah, life mission. Oh, yeah. Okay. Connection to the divine, love. For the last couple days, seriously, I've been walking around with the song, "What the world needs now is love, sweet love." Just that line playing over and over and over and over in my head. Uh, what the world needs now is love, sweet love, and that is absolutely true. All right, then we have alchemy. And this alchemy is wick, disintegration to build, destroying one's ego, letting go of false self, deeper understanding of the self. Yeah, I would say that's pretty prominent for a lot of people, especially with so much isolation. You really don't have much choice but to get real with yourself, learn more about yourself. Um, and then I have, here's that is the alchemy. And then this is a rune. And this one is Manaz. Individuality, friendship, society, cooperation, help, the self, and its place in the collective consciousness of humanity. We are all a part of the collective consciousness. We are all one. Take this time for personal reflection. Yeah, lots of reflection. I'll tell you, Mercury retrograde, which is going on right now, is a really, really good time for personal reflection. It's also a really good time for cleaning out. A lot of people say, spring cleaning. You don't have to wait for spring. You know, in the spring, there's the weather's better. People want to be out doing things, planting your garden, doing, those types of things. I spend a great deal of time in the garden in the spring. Um, so winter. We're in winter. Well, actually, let's see. I don't think we've started winter yet. I think we start winter on like the 21st of the month. So we're going into winter, we're coming out of fall, we're going into winter, and it's cold outside. And this is the perfect time because we are in a Mercury retrograde to go through your stuff. Go through your stuff and clean out, minimize, lighten your load. The more stuff you have, the harder your life is. And the more cluttered things are, the more cluttered your mind is, the more it's so much easier to, uh, you know, be in a house or be in a living area that is clean and clear. And a lot of us get stuck on this. Well, I might need this. I might need that. I threw away so many things that I thought, for years, oh, I might need this, I need that. And I never did. I literally never did. There was like things in the garage that I kept saying, oh, I don't want to get rid of this because I might need it. And I never did. I never did. I hung on to it for how long, and I never did. I never needed it. So clean out, trade. barter, do something with the stuff that you have that you don't need. And it's a perfect winter activity that you can focus on, and it will help. Maybe try selling stuff. I don't know that anybody's buying things right now because there's so many bad bad financial things. I don't think a lot of people are even going to do Christmas, to be honest with you. I don't think a lot of people care uh, because there's other things that are more pressing. So the blue moon astrology card for today is um, Grand Trine, I believe. And I do actually believe there is a Grand Trine going on right now in fire signs, if I remember. There may be some retrogrades in there too, but okay, so Grand Trine Blessings, that's what it's called. Everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. This was Kurt Vonnegut. That was a quote from him. A grand trine is where three planets aspect each other at 120 degrees. This creates an equilateral triangle. If you are to draw lines between three planets, these planets will usually be in signs of the same element. A grand trine is considered to have an easy flowing energy, either in a natal chart or by transit, and to be an incredibly lucky aspect. Trines, when only two planets aspect each other at 120 degrees, always inspire harmony in the skies. So there is a sense of wholeness and completion when a grand trine happens. Although grand trines do not always spell out easy fame or fortune, those with one of these in their natal charts can be born into wealth or at least momentously talented. The only downside with the Grand Trine is that those influenced by them tend to become lax or so contented that it leads to laziness and inertia. It's like a child who is given everything he wants and thus doesn't know the value of responsibility or appreciation. Now, that's another thing too. Going through difficult time. Oh God, my back, it's killing me. Anyway, going through difficult times, they may be difficult, but they are the building blocks of what make us who we are. They are, it's not a time to cry and feel sorry for ourselves. It's a time to figure out how to stand firm and excel in bad times. Excel. That is what makes a strong, valuable, confident person, is being able to take a very difficult challenge, something that happens in your life that is very, very hard, and overcome it. Even if that means you overcome it mentally, if that means that you wake up in a good mood every day, regardless of what's going on around you, that is a major accomplishment. And that is what you strive for. You can't control anything outside of you. You can only control you. So you want to be at peace no matter what is going on around you. And if you think about that, if you think about every person in this world doing exactly that, we wouldn't be where we are right now. We wouldn't be in this situation that we're in. We would all be at peace. So, get over all that stuff. Put your head on straight and get to work. Teamwork and planning. Get to work. When the Grand Triad card presents itself in a spread, be assured you are entering a time of easy flow, and that at least many of the impediments you are experiencing are being lifted. This speaks of a period of harmony and ease that will inspire you to take the path of least resistance. But it is best that you keep your eye on the prize and not let go of your original purpose. Do not leave it on a shelf. There is a possibility that your success may be lost if you do. On the other hand, this is a time where you can expect yourself to be in the right place at the right time. What may seem like a lucky break stems from the wants and desires you have been consistent about. It isn't it isn't, however, time to coast. You must continue to give a little more effort in order to keep that wheel of fortune turning. And that came up in here with the wheel of fortune that is not turning. And this was in the subconscious. So that is a connection. That is oh, getting lost, I guess. Um, and of course, oh, here it is. Also, don't pass up any opportunity that may fly by. Not every one of them will be right for you, but a few will facilitate you coursing a flowing river of success. When it comes to love, when the Grand Trine card turns up, an existing relationship should improve. Your social popularity will increase, and if single, you are about to meet the person or have already who will be your true partner. Not only supportive of you and your success, but someone who will help advance you in your goals. Now, let me tell you, this year, at the beginning of the year, there was a lot of finalizing, leaving, finishing relationships, the karmic relationships specifically, relationships that were past life, had a lot of karmic attachments, were not healthy, were not good, were not fulfilling, were not, a blessing. Were not a blessing. And there's been a lot of people who have spent a great deal of time alone and contemplating life and working on themselves and building and growing, and they are already meeting people, or they will be meeting people in the very near future, and that has been a big theme, big theme. Um, and Mercury retrograde too, if you've been contemplating, like if you've been kind of like, back and forth with somebody, and Mercury retrograde comes around, that's actually a good time to solidify the relationship. Not good for just meeting somebody. So if you just meet somebody, just kind of, put it on hold. Hold off until Mercury goes direct, which is like December, I don't know, 17th or 18th. It actually goes direct on the 15th, but you could go like the 17th, 18th, and then, you'd be in the clear. So let's see. Someone will help you advance your goal. Let's see. Your social popularity will increase, and if single, you are about to meet a person or have already who will be your true partner. Not only supportive of you and your success, but someone who will help advance you in your goals. It could indicate meeting up with your perfect mate, but this would only be as long as both of you are willing to nurture the relationship. If not, it will still be an overall good relationship, but a short-term one. This is an excellent time to apply for a loan, to ask for a raise, or to expand in terms of finance and career strategies. I probably wouldn't ask for any loans right now. I really wouldn't. Whatever the subject of your question, your path is being cleared. There are a few road bumps, but the most important thing is to follow through on everything you start. There is harmony with this card, but things will not take care of themselves. Teamwork and planning. While it may seem that luck is on your side, you have been diligent and worked consistently to bring this about. Your diligence and hard work may not be visible to others, but you deserve the success that is soon to be yours. Stay in the flow, trust in the universe, but continue to do the work so that your fortuitous time does not pass by before you can reap the harvest. You will need to apply real effort. And I think I said this at the beginning. I feel that push. Um, I feel very like everybody needs to get really, really serious about what they're doing and really focus right now. Being gifted. This is Grand Trine card in brief. Being gifted, being blessed, creature comforts, good luck, but with no guarantee of success. Receiving gifts, winning, having faith, being in the moment, indolence, inertia, wanting to play instead of work, unrealistic expectations, avoidance, escapism, fantasy, easy flow of energy, lack of complications, easy enhancement of natural gifts, taking the easy way out, seeing no need to push the limits, artistic sensibility, dream catchers, hidden potential, contentment, euphoria, harmony, innocence, childhood, getting along with others, being empathic, being at one with others, sweetness, gentleness, privacy, the inner world, acceptance, satisfaction, striving for peace, experience disconnect, experiencing disconnect, stasis. The corresponding tarot card is Temperance, and Temperance is all about knowing the path that you are supposed to be on, knowing what your purpose is in life, and to me, working with your guides and your angels to follow that path and to make things happen. This is basically, let me finish the keywords. The key ideas are harmony, contemplation, being in a good place, easy flow of energy, opportunity, and contentment. Now, I do not think that we are, as a collective, in that place. I think that teamwork and planning. Teamwork and planning. I think that's really, really important right now. I think these energies, we need to really focus. We need to stay focused on what we're here to achieve, what we're here to do, how we can assist our neighbors, how we can assist our family, how we can assist ourselves. Focus on our highest priorities and do not get lazy. Don't get lazy right now. I know there's a lot of people who want to. I know there's a lot of people who have already started to do that. A lot of people who appear to think that the sun has set and everything is beautiful. And I disagree. I disagree. And I am telling you that you all need to know what you want, know what you're working for, and you need to work your butt off for it right now and keep going. There will be an easier time, but it's not right now. It's coming, but it's going to come with hard work. And we all need to do that hard work and focus. and have fun while you're doing it. It's actually, if you can get into the right mindset, working hard is actually a really great thing to do. It's especially in times like this. In times like this, just focusing on that one particular thing that you want to do this week, and then focusing on, once you get that done, focus on the next thing. Working hard right now, I think, is um, a very good thing. Uh, and I think the harder you work, the more sweet the blessings are going to be when they show up. And I do believe that they're coming. I do believe that we are headed for some very good times. But don't stop. Don't stop working. Keep working. Keep working hard. Love and blessings.